And obviously, since the harvester unloads so slowly, we've got a little bit of time here to do some stuff. Let's do some stuff down here. Because that's just going to annoy me. Whoops. Let's get back in, unload the thing. And get these little blobs here. Looks like there's a thing along the bottom edge as well. Actually not surprised that it missed a bit here, because the bottom edge, well, the bottom edge of the field is fairly straight, so I don't know what the deal was. Oh, unless I swung wide and then matched up to the edge of the field. And there we go. Lift that up. Run up to the trees. I might set it on a north-south angle to finish off. It means it will turn around more frequently, but I'm really not too fussed about this, not how many times it has to turn around. Okay, we'll drop you there. Try and line that up on the middle. Looks like we pretty much hit this good. Hey. Okay. So check the other side of this island just to make sure we don't have to come down back around this middle bit. So yeah, part of what I was saying about precision farming is because weight is now a thing in Farm Sim 22, potentially there is soil compaction going to be included in the whole what's it called? The whole precision farming thing. Do I just run down there? I don't know. I'll see what it likes about whether it likes that a bit better than running up and down in the meantime. Back to the harvester. You should be empty. And turned your engine off. Of course you have. Okay, so I want to get about 5,000 litres. So long as I'm on that southerly edge of the field, we can set a worker off at the beginning and unload on the roll. Coming up to midday, so we're going to be calling this one soon. We probably won't see the rain start on stream, but it's New Year's Day tomorrow. No, it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. So I will be streaming tomorrow morning, about the same time, so around about 9 till midday. And then, depending on how wide awake everybody is on Saturday, I may be streaming again then. Time's not quite so certain on a holiday weekend, but that's my plan for now. So we'll try and make it to 2 streams for the weekend, or 2 more streams this weekend. And then I'm back to work on Monday, so no streams after this until the following Saturday. And come on. Oh, I'm 71 degrees. Let's get down to about 70. And workers on. Yes, workers on. Let's get this thing turned around. We've actually got about 6,000 litre capacity left in this thing. Run. I think the field is actually wider this way than it is long in the direction that the harvester's running. But we should have a little bit more time to make the run up to the yard because canola is such a low density crop. Oh, brakes! Yes. So we should get this unloaded by the end. Yeah, we got 4,000 in the harvester. Dude, you missed a bit. Tiny little bit there, and we missed it again. Try again. Boop. Gotcha. So we should be very close to empty. I'm going to be surprised if I don't fill the trailer up. There we go. 400 litres short of empty. So now I can turn this around. We'll send it up the field. Not going to get fancy here. Angle. Around about 90 degrees. There we go. And work a go. Get to run this back to the yard. Oh, quick, beat the car. And use the bus stop on that corner so that it gives us clearance where those street signs are. Because like I said, I can't remember if they're physical objects that you can crash into or just images of objects that you can drive through, but if I crash into them they tend to just be a pain in the butt to negotiate after you've crashed. If you miss them entirely, if you plan ahead, you miss them entirely, they're not so much of an issue. Alrighty, first load of canola. We didn't look how much spelt we got. Maybe I should do that too. We got 111 bales, which was a pleasant boost to our income. And goes to show how much you lose if you don't collect the straw. And 111 bales, that was worth about 22,000, I would guess. Obviously not something I can really check on because we already sold some bales. We sold our old harvester, ended up being worth, with the header and the header trailer, 223,000, and it only cost us 360 for the new harvester. So I think we did quite well there. The bales, got 15,000 yesterday, 40,000 today. So yeah. Oh, because we only did half of field, the big field that's currently being cultivated, and then we did another 20,000 more on that field, or 15,000 more, and then what we did today. That's why I can't tell how much money we made from bales today, but total 45,000 from 2 fields of straw. That's not an insignificant amount of income. So if you're intentionally skipping on the straw, which is probably more of a lesson for me, just collect it and sell it. I mean, I've neglected doing it so far just because it's just such a pain. Yeah, baling it up one and then running around and collecting it all. And it takes time out of harvesting. Now if I had cows or pigs collecting the straw, kind of need to do at least some of that. No, on other farms I've done some of that, but it's been more a case of, well, I probably need about 20 bales of straw, so I'll collect that much and then I'll ignore all the rest of the straw. But maybe 25% of the income we get from those 2 fields is going to be from the straw sale. Helper H has completed their task. Okay, Helper H, are you the harvester? Yes. And there you go. What happens when you hit the solid street sign? I mean, in a way, Giants maps are a little bit more friendly in that, yes, they're solid, but you can just knock them over. Okay, you are about to go back up. You are... No? Oh, you think you're done. Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Just pull up alongside here. Back one. Open the thing, turn the engine on. So yeah, worker's not going to be particularly it's not an easy job, let's just put it that way. Okay, we have done, well, this looks like, for the most part, I would say this looks like a fairly good job. It's just obviously the western edge of the field, because it's on an angle along the edge of the map. The turnarounds here were not the greatest. So we do have to do this, but big cultivator. That's a shadow. Whoa! As I say, big cultivator, so it really doesn't take long to do even a big field, or a relatively large field like this. I'm going to have to finish this off. Of course, now that I've got no workers working on the other field, I can't tell what the harvester and the cart are doing, so I might need to jump back there, remove the cart, and then we'll set the harvester back on a worker, and I'll do the eastern edge of field 1. I think it's one of the sort of jokes that Oxygen David has on the players who pick his maps is he does give us some very large starting fields. Marwell Manor, I felt, was, you know, at least one of those fields was absolutely huge and took ages with starter equipment. Okay, I think I probably need to fold this to get it through the gap. I don't. I could probably drive this straight through the gap because it's not affected by hedges like headers are. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to our harvesting crew. But it does mean you've got a huge portion of land, which is nice because that's big income time. But you've got relatively small equipment, so it's going to take you a while to get the work done. Okay, engine on. We are headed 90 degrees, that's a good heading. Turn that on. Pull into the thing and go. How full are you? Actually, I didn't need to empty it, but I did. Engine's off again. So I'll run around the south side of this field because hedges and trees and stuff just get in the way. We'll run around the east side of the field so that there's less risk that the worker's going to go rampage through the sheep field, because that's a thing too. And then I'll just set this off on a worker and go and supervise the harvest. Turn. I don't think we're having an issue with this haulage. Cultivators tend to be at an operating speed of about 9 miles an hour, so I think we're fairly good here. It's just that you can hear the engine revving quite hard to make the climb. I haven't seen it, but I don't want cultivator running into the fields to our right either, and these hedges don't stop anything untoward happening. So just going to run around here. Harvester is still going well, 4,000 litres full, so about 33%. Don't know which way direction he's going, and from this range looks like he might be heading in this direction, so he's made the turn and he's coming back on himself, and he's probably not going to make another 180 degree turn because okay. I don't think I need to do 3 headlands for this. I think 1 will be sufficient. It's just enough to get us off the edge of the field and the risk of trees getting in the way or hedges not getting in the way and the cultivate. It's because of the width of the machinery. If you leave a field at an angle, you can end up cultivating this field and starting to cultivate an adjacent field on the other side of a hedge. And so at that point, the tractor won't stop. It'll just, or the worker won't stop. It'll just keep running into the adjacent field and doing that one as well. I'm guessing. I mean, normally I wouldn't, but I think for right now, probably just running straight across the field at the angle we harvested. So let's get us back on a 360. 57, 58, 59, and 60. And just set the worker off in that direction. He's either going to pick the right or the left to do, and I don't really care at this point. I'm going to have to fix the edges. Oh, the harvester actually made a full turn. That's good. You are going to need to be emptied on the way back. So let's go get the grain cart. And we'll do unload on the move. Yeah, that angle there is hit or miss as to whether the worker's going to make it or not. Oh, we've missed some of these bits here as well. That bit probably because of the turn I made on the headland. And we ran a little bit wide. These tufts here are just, well, the worker's not doing his thing. That's fine. Now with something like canola or soybeans, I would be inclined to go and get those little tufts because, again, they're not really worth a lot, but, well, they're not that big, So 300, you know, if that adds up to 100 litres, it's not a significant deal, but because of the value of the crop, 100 litres does make a difference. For our income, possibly not quite so much. I should probably limit this to a 6 mile an hour cruise control and just stick it on cruise, but I didn't. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. Are you done, or are you going to turn around? Is the next question. Obviously, I'm fairly certain I did not empty that. No, it's still got over 6,000 litres in it. So emptying that harvester on the run or on the move is... You're always going to be chasing the fill because it can fill up faster than it unloads. A lot of harvesters, yeah, you run up alongside, they unload faster than they're filling. And so, yeah, you drive alongside for a minute and they're empty. This one not so much. Okay, the Axion is doing its thing. Let's go check on him. He decided to go this way. So he's going to get into a bit of a mess because of the edge of the field curves in. So we're either going to get a fair amount of this bottom section done or a fair amount of the top, or most of the top section done, but the other half is not going to get done. Good job. Oh, so the roller on the back doesn't count for cultivation. It looks like, I don't know, somewhere between the discs at the front and the rollers at the back is the effective area that the cultivator covers. Okay, you just turned around. I need to get back in Challenger and we'll attempt another unload. See, he's already up to 80%. We've started collecting at 10,000. Oh no, we are. It's very, very slightly quicker. The problem is I'm only unloading in one direction. Yeah, you're going to stay there to unload. That's nice. Roll forward a little. Let's unload more on the axles. Okay, so if I get this completely unloaded, looking at this, probably a full cart and then a little bit more. We're not going to get more than 2 carts. And as I was saying earlier, how much spelt did we end up with? 359,000. So, yeah, we've got... That may yield higher than triticale, like barley yields marginally higher than wheat. And we have barley to sell as well. Actually, we've got some... Oh, yeah. We just loaded the canola into the trough, into the thang. So... Okay, you're done. I'm going to get out of your way. You can proceed. this back up to the top again. Probably let him go round twice before I unload him next. That should put us fairly close to a full load, I think. I can monitor it. We can go somewhere else. See what this guy's doing. So he's doing this bottom quadrant. Excuse me. I think I'll take over here. Because why not? I mean, there's lots of work to do, so it doesn't really matter which one I end up doing. I should probably save at least a little bit of cost. Harvester's already up to 2,000 litres. With the GPS building, the worker is actually a little bit more efficient than I am doing this. But we do have GPS installed, guidance steering installed on the tractor. So I could use that if I wanted to, but I don't, so I'm not going to bother. But normally a worker isn't very accurate. They'll do a lot of overlap like I have on the left at the moment. But if you use the GPS building that's in the precision farming pack, it does make the workers a little bit more accurate. Okay, tiny bit there. It's raining. Oh well. Harvest is done then. For now. Okay, worker, you can do this. I need to go and deal with the harvester, which is just heading into where I can't unload it. I'll let it run until it says it can't do anymore. But that is the end of harvesting for today, I would say. There we go. Worker has now decided no more. So we've got 6,000 in the tank. Park that there. So there's that little tuft of canola just in front of it. If we can harvest that, that would be a good thing. So this is not going to be a full tank. Or a full cart.